What's up guys, Wildman here, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Fortnite Purple Skull Trooper from Jazwares. Real quick, we'll take a look at the box. On the front of the box you can get a good look at the Purple Skull Trooper in packaging along with all the accessories he comes with. Right down here in the left hand corner it says these figures have 40 points of articulation, which is crazy. And up here in the top right it says these figures are part of the Legendary series. Sides of the box don't really show too much, you just get a picture of the Skull Trooper on the side and then Fortnite. On the back, you get a look at the in-game model of the Purple Skull Trooper. Down here, you can see all the rest of the figures in the wave. And it does say more dropping in soon, which is exciting. Let's get this thing out the box and check out the Purple Skull Trooper. So here we got Purple Skull Trooper out of the packaging, and this figure is sculpted and painted very well. For a $20 figure, this looks really good. Back painted and sculpted just as nicely as the front. All the line work is very clean. What's really cool is you get 3 separate faceplates with this figure. Right here you get a sort of teeth gritting face, neutral face look I guess. That's what you want to call it. Painted very cleanly. Real quick, just to interchange the faceplates, you get the seam going right around the head right there. You just pull it out right there like that, and then you just plug the new faceplate in, just like that. Nice and easy, and it's simple. Right here you get a sort of smirking face. I guess you got the raised eyebrow, you got kind of the little smirk in the mouth. Painted again very well, eyes looking straight. All the lines are fairly clean. Cool face sculpt. And then the third and final head sculpt, you get the kind of like, oh no face, which this one I really like. It's very different from the other two. Again, painted very well, eyes looking straight, line works clean. Nice variety in face sculpts with these figures, I know this. That's very cool. And I'm going to leave this face on for the rest of the view. Next up, you get the Silence Scar H assault rifle. It's not painted in the game colors, but it still has some nice dry brushing over it. Would have been nice if it was painted the tan. But that's not too big of a deal. Next up, you get the Ghost Portal back bling, and this looks very cool. Nice translucent blue piece in the middle right here. Nice little swirl sculpt effect on it. And this is very cool looking. I like this a lot. And then you get the Reaper harvesting tool. Again, painted and sculpted very well. Some nice silver paint on the blade at the top. You get a nice little bandage wrap around the handle, which is a cool little touch. And here's the basic grenade in Fortnite. You get a nice silver paint, the green on the sides. The nice blue paint right there to simulate it lighting up like it does in the game. And last but not least, you get shield. This is a 50. Painted in a couple different shades, which makes the effect look really good. Now we get to articulation, where these figures are supposed to really shine. 40 points of articulation, I mean that's a lot. So the head is on a ball joint. He can look up pretty far. He can't look down too much because a scarf does hinder that. The head can rotate 360 degrees. You get a butterfly joint, which I think is incredible for a figure like this. I mean, we see the Marvel Legends quite often, but I never thought we would get it in these figures, especially from a company like Jazwares. It can bring his arm about that far back, and a good amount forward. It's not super functional, but it does help with articulation, and I'm sure holding guns. And it is nice to get that joint. His shoulder is on a hinge. His shoulder is on a hinge. His arm can go up really far, really good range. His arm can go all the way around. You do get a bicep swivel. You get double jointed elbows. You get a hinge at the wrist. That can go back about that far. Can go in about that much. Can swivel. And then you do get finger articulation, which I think is crazy. Again, on a figure like this, we haven't seen stuff like that in a while. You get a ball joint at the upper torso. You can crunch forward about that much. Can bend a decent amount back. Upper torso can rock side to side. Pretty good range. And it can swivel at the upper torso. Along with the lower torso, you do get a cut, which allows it to swivel again all the way around. You get ball joints at the upper legs, which can bend out really far, But on this left leg over here, you do have the pouch that hinders that, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Legs can kick pretty far up, can go a decent amount back. You do have a thigh swivel. You get double jointed knees. You get a swivel at the upper boot. You get a hinge at the foot that allows the foot to go back that far. It can go forward a really good amount. You do get the always welcomed ankle pivot. Really good range there. And again, surprisingly, you get a toe hinge, which I didn't think we would get on a figure like this. I haven't seen that in a while. And you do get peg holes on the bottom of the feet if you want to plug in a stand. And this figure's articulation is surprising, and they really don't lie to you on the box. It does have 40 points of articulation. Real quick, I'm going to go over how he can hold the weapons. He can hold the guns very well. The finger articulation does help out with that a lot. Hopefully it doesn't get loose, because then it will kind of mess it up, but it's a tight grip. The gun is not going anywhere. It's not coming out of his hands, which is always a good thing. And for the most part, it does look natural. And that hinge joint is noticeable on the fingers, but I don't think it's too bad. With all the articulation on these figures, especially with those butterfly joints in the shoulders, I think he can hold his weapons pretty well. And it doesn't look too bad. I think it looks fairly natural. You can probably do a little bit better, but for right now, I think this does look good. You can hold the rifle up like that, like he's trying to help somebody up if you really want to. With the harvesting tool, he can hold it pretty well. It's not going to really fall out of his hands. It does get a tight grip again, which is nice. This is kind of like his swinging to hit a rock or a tree pose. You get the point. He can get into the pose. Just standing there naturally with it, again, can pull it off with all this articulation. Now with the grenades, the way the sculpted hands are, it is a little difficult to get them to be held in his hands, but it can be done, as you see here. Now I forgot to mention, with the shield, you do get a little opening right there. I thought it was to plug onto the figure, but I don't think so. I think it is meant for the fingers to go into to hold this properly. I believe like that. And from the front, I guess that does look pretty good. His hands are a little high, but again, if I shake the figure around, that's not going to really fall out of his hand. In order for him to hold it though, you got to stick the fingers in that little slot right there, or he won't hold it, just the way the hands are sculpted. But I think this looks pretty good and it does work. Hey, what's pretty cool with this face is that you can kind of get him looking like he's actually drinking the shield, which I think is pretty funny and cool at the same time. And for size comparisons, because I know a lot of people would want to display these with their Marvel Legends, these scale almost perfectly. Vision is just a little bit taller, which I don't think is a problem. These are pretty much Fortnite Legends, and they look damn near perfect with Marvel Legends, which is really surprising and really good. Again, from the side, just so you can get a little bit of a better look. Scale is very good. I do think these figures are fantastic, especially for the price point. I do think they're better than the McFarlane Fortnite figures. As good as those are, I think these are a lot better. They come with way more of a variety of accessories, and they come with a bunch of different faceplates, which I think is great. If you guys enjoyed this review, hit the like button, subscribe down below if you want more content. Follow me on social media, where I'll be posting more pictures of this figure along with other figures I review on my channel. I'll leave links down in the description below. Go follow me there. Thanks again, guys, for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.